Welcome back to the art room. This week we're going to be doing a piece of artwork using color. If you have paint, please grab it. We need red, yellow, and blue paint. If you have watercolors, that works too. If not, grab your crayons. These are going to work beautifully for this project as well. So grab your coloring supply, a pencil, and a piece of paper, and we'll get started. All right, so if you're using crayons, grab out your red, yellow, and blue crayons. These are your primary colors. And grab out your orange, green, and purple crayons. These are your secondary colors. If you're using paint, you need red, yellow, and blue. That's all you need for the paint. I'm going to set this to the side for a moment. Grab your sheet of paper, and if you're like me, you probably have a big sheet of paper. We just need half a sheet. So turn your paper horizontal, fold it side to side, and you can cut off the other side and use it for another project. Okay, we're going to use the first side of our paper as practice today. We're going to be making the shape called a spiral. You guys might remember this from our Starry Night Van Gogh lesson. We made something similar when we made the wind. We start in the center like we're going to make a circle, but instead of connecting the two, we make the line go bigger. And we just keep letting it get bigger and bigger. Grab your pencil and practice with me. Let's practice some more. Starts with a small circle, but we let our line go bigger and bigger and bigger. One more time. Start with a small circle and let your line go bigger. All right, you could keep practicing if you would like, but if you feel like you got it, flip your paper over. We're going to begin our artwork. We're going to use the spirals to make flowers. So find the middle of your paper, somewhere here, not the top or the bottom, but the middle. And I want you to draw one spiral flower. You decide how big it's going to be. When it's big enough, you can just let the line bump back in. Let's add a second one, still in the middle, but maybe towards the other side. We let our spiral continue to grow. We can let this flower grow until it bumps into the other flower. And then below those two, let's do one more. Spiral, spiral, bump. Okay, we have 3 flowers. Let's draw some leaves. I'm going to do that by starting here at the tip of the leaf and drawing a curved line down till it touches the flower. I'm going to go back to the tip and draw another curved line. Do the same over here. And maybe a little small one on this side. Curved line, curved line. And the last thing is we're going to draw a vase for our flowers to be in. So start on the side of your flowers. We're going to draw a U shape, like the letter U. It's going to go down and curve and go back up. There's our flowers. Okay, we're ready to add paint. If you're using crayons, I want you to watch just for a moment as I mix the paint together so that you can see what happens when the colors mix. If you're using paint, you can go ahead and work along with me. Crayons, watch first, and then I'm going to show you how I did this with crayon as well. All right, so I'm going to start with one flower and blue paint. Let's get a little blue on our brush. You're just going to follow the spiral line with your brush, just going over it with the blue paint. Whoops. If your paint starts to get scratchy, like it did right here, it means you need a little more water on your brush, and then it should smooth out. Okay, so I've gone over one flower with blue. I'm going to rinse my brush, kind of rub it off on the side, and next I'm going to add yellow. Let's get a little yellow. And I want you to do the same flower and just go right on top of that other spiral. What happens when yellow and blue mix together? What color do you see? I bet I heard some people say green. Yellow and blue mixed together make green. I like to leave a little bit of the blue showing with it, but you can blend it in as much as you would like. All right, if you're using crayon, then here's a little picture of what that could look like. You'll do your blue spiral, kind of thick. You'll go back and thicken it in. Then you'll do your yellow spiral. And if you notice, yellow and blue crayon will mix a little, not quite as much as paint because crayon's not made to mix, but they'll mix a little. And then go over it again with your green. And so now you have the same thing. You have a blue, yellow, and green flower. All right, so crayons, you keep working along with us, and paint, let's do it together too. All right, next, let's do a different flower. Let's mix 2 more colors. This time, let's mix yellow and red. I'm going to start with yellow. Remember, when it gets scratchy, that means you need a little more water on your brush. Okay, so we've got yellow. Next, I'm going to add some red. Just right on top of the yellow. What color does yellow and red make when it mixes together? Do you guys see it starting to blend? Yellow and red make orange. You could even go back over the top of it with a little yellow if you wanted. I think I will right here in the middle of mine. Look at that. Yellow and red make orange. All right, so my crayon friends are doing a red swirl and a yellow swirl and an orange swirl. All right, so we've done yellow and blue, yellow and red. Next, let's do blue and red. Let's do a blue spiral. It's okay if they bump into each other a little. And let's add some red paint to it. What color does blue and red make when they mix together? This one might be a little harder to see. It makes purple. Blue and red are such strong colors, it makes kind of a dark purple, doesn't it? Oh, so now we know what happens when we mix our colors. Blue and yellow make green. Yellow and red make orange. Blue and red make purple, sometimes called violet. Now you get to fill in the rest of your picture. You can paint in your flower, your leaves, your vase that it's in. Here's what you could do. I actually put a line in the back so it looked like it was sitting on a table. I added some color into each of them. This one I actually used crayon for my leaves. I thought that was kind of fun. Use a little crayon, use a little paint. Whatever supply you used, I'm sure it's turned out beautifully. If you have a time, you know I always love to see them. I hope you have a wonderful spring break, and I'll see you again next time here in the art room.